Yo guys, what's up, is Krypz, and today I have for you all the Molten Titan Set. Now this set is based around the Solar subclass and mainly uses the Hallowfire Heart exotic. Now if you do end up liking this fashion build, then please go ahead and check out my Hellfire Hunter set. You all absolutely killed it with the support on that video, so I want to thank you all again for that. Now I also have a Thunder Crash Titan build, as well as a Sentinel Titan, which I highly recommend checking out after. But yeah, if you do like this fashion build, then please drop a like on the video and consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any future fashion content. And yeah, without further ado, it's time to get straight into the set. So this is the entire set. As you could see, what I did was match the solar glow on the helmet and the boots here with the chest plate, as well as using nice gold to match it with the solar colour as well. Now when I did tease this set in my community page, a lot of you had concerns that the boots wouldn't match that well with the chest plate. Now they do match fairly well because of the shader, giving it more of a worn down look. But I will say that you can just take off the ornaments and that will also make it match fairly well and still give you that solar glow. So if you don't like that sort of look on the chest plate, then I would highly recommend switching to the normal look. Now I do want to explain why I use this ornament, as you've just seen, I could just use no ornament at all and it still would have looked really good. So yeah, the idea behind the set was to show the chest plate was overheating, breaking apart the other pieces. For example here, that's why I chose the Dragonfly Regalia, was because it gives off the look that was broken apart, and that's also why I chose the Dreambane mark as well, to give it more of that worn down look. And then as for the helmet and boots, they are glowing because of the heat. But it hasn't broken apart the armor fully yet, but it has worn it down, hence why I used the shader to give off that worn down look. So yeah, I hope my explanation helps you better understand my set and my idea with it. I'm now going to be going over the armor pieces and shaders I used, and if you do want to skip ahead to the alternatives, then I will leave a time on screen right now. But anyway, starting off with the helmet here. So we have the Solstice helm, the Resplendent, which if you don't know is from the Solstice 2018. Now obviously you will have to have the solar subclass equipped in order to have the solar glow, and I felt this was pretty much perfect for this look. I could have used the 2019, but I didn't want to glow like this, and also the glow color of this matched a lot better with the chest plate. And nice something I do want to point out as well is the fact that the 2018 glow pieces were greatly affected by shaders, so only a certain amount of shaders will really work with this set here. And pretty much the best shader I found with this entire set was Omnichronia, which gave a really nice solar colour, which helped match with the chest plate better. Now you get this shader from the Victory Over the Vault bundle, which is in the Eververse right now, after completing the Vault of Glass raid. Now if you aren't sure on purchasing the bundle, then I do have a video on the channel which shows both shaders from this bundle. Then as for the arms here with the Dragonfly Regalia from the Eververse archive. Now like I mentioned earlier, this was to give off that like broken apart look. Now a lot of you also mentioned the fact that these arms didn't suit that well because they didn't have a glow on them. A lot of you did suggest the old Solstice pieces. As you can see, they're a bit too bulky and clean, and like I mentioned earlier, I think those arms just suit a lot better with the idea I was trying to create, showing they was breaking apart, and these arms don't help with that look at all. Same as the 2019, I think the glow is just too overpowering over the set, and I will show you later how you can use the 2020 glow, although there is some issues with this glow as well. Then moving on to the chest plate here, we have the Hallowfire Heart exotic. Now this is with the Vulcan's heart ornament. It's a really cool ornament. Like I showed, it just adds this magma look to the set, with the normal having more of this normal flame look. It does have these unshadable purple bit here. It's like these little cubes and there's a little bit of unshadable purple. It's very hard to see from a distance, and then the badge here is bronze, which also is unshadable, but overall it's still a really good chest plate, and I would not say that you need the ornament at all. You could just simply use the normal look and I still think it would look really nice on this set. Then moving on to the boots, just like the helmet is the Solstice 2018 boots. Again, the glow is affected by the shader, hence why I use Omnichronia for consistency. Now unfortunately the 2018 and 2019 Solstice pieces are not currently available, although Bungie did mention that they will return them in a future Solstice. Then finally, as for the mark, to get that worn down look, like I mentioned, I used the Dreambane mark. Now this is from the Shadowkeep, and you can get this through just playing the campaign. So yeah, that is the entire set. It didn't turn out the absolute best, but I think it still looks really cool. So anyways, I'm going to go over some alternative armor and shaders you can use on this set. Starting off with the helmet and boots, as I know a lot of people won't have them. So you could switch them out for the Dragonfly Regalia set, which is in the Eververse archive right now. This set has a really nice rocky texture and matches very well the Vulcan's Heart ornament. Without the ornament, I wouldn't recommend it at all. Only with the ornament here. And something else that could work is the Starcross set. Unfortunately, I don't have this purchase, so I won't be able to show it for you all, but I can definitely see the arms and the boots working in this set as well. But to be honest with you, I think those are pretty much the best alternatives you can use with this exotic ornament. I'm now going to just move into the normal look, as this pairs a lot better with different pieces. So starting off, I'm going to show you the Solstice 2020 pieces, as I know a lot of people will have this, as it is currently being sold in the Solstice Eververse for 6,000 bright dust or 1,500 silver. So here is the entire set, with the chestplate here. It doesn't look too bad. Now the issue I mentioned earlier with the Solstice 2018 mixing it with like the 2020 was that the solar glow was clearly different. Now you could try and use the 2019 as well. This can work somewhat well, as the glow color also matches very well together. And then here's the Solstice 2021 glow. This is terrible on this set. It's way too light of a glow and does not match at all with the chestplate. With or without the ornament, it just cannot work, unfortunately. Now if you didn't want to use the glow, you could try Majestic, although the actual design of it doesn't match that well with the chestplate. So I would instead recommend for alternatives the Prodigal. I found this helmet to look pretty cool with this chestplate. Unfortunately, it's no longer obtainable, as it was from old legendary drops. Now like I've always mentioned, the hard case is great for a nice simplistic look. This can somewhat work with this as well, although it's a bit too plain, but I can see this helmet working with the chestplate. If you go with a shader that's a bit shinier, for example Carbon Blood here. You could also try the Wildwood Helm from EDZ packages. This is great for your newer players, and this really works because it has a hard plated look. Anything like this would really work well with this chestplate, and that's why I'd also recommend using the Iron Will Helm if you do have it. Something I really love about this helmet as well is that it's an unshadable silver on the top of the chest here, and this is the same for the helmet, so it just really helps flow super well together. So if this does come back around, the Iron Will Helm, then I would definitely recommend that with this chestplate. Then moving on to some arms with the Contender. This isn't perfect, but if you wanted some mixture between plating and cloth, then I see this somewhat working well. You've got to be careful though, as you don't want to go with something too bulky here, like this, as it can look somewhat awkward on the set. So, you know, just be careful when you're picking hard plated pieces. Something I quite like myself is Iron Fellowship. This looks really good, has a lot of curves to it though, so you will have to try and find something else for the helmet. You could even go with something quite minimal like Righteous. It has a little bit of glow here, but it's not really big of an issue. And you could even try the Dreambane, although the only issue you'll have is this ribbon here, which is unshadable, as well as this weird ring design which you're going to have to try and pair with other pieces. And one final arm recommendation would be Prodigal, if you want more of like a sharp plated look. I think this could also look pretty cool on the set. Again, unfortunately this one is no longer obtainable. If I was to give an alternative though, you could try and use hard case. Then as for the boots, so here is the Solstice 2019, as I haven't shown that one already. This can somewhat work again, have like a little flamey look to it. It's very similar in design to the 2018, just adding these flame bits. You could also use the Forge Machinist, and these are currently dropping from legendary engrams. Then there's the Retrograde 2 as well, just for a more natural plated look, no accent colours or anything, which is pretty good. And as for some marks, if you wanted an alternative to Dreambane, you could use Wildwood. That has the same sort of look here. But if you wanted some of a nice plated front piece, which somewhat matches with the chestplate design, then I would recommend the Pyrrhic Ascent. The only issue really is you can have the Osiris Eye design, but other than that I think this can look pretty good as well. But yeah, they are pretty much all the alternative armors I wanted to show you all. There isn't really any shaders, as like I mentioned earlier, the shaders can really affect the glow color. But I do want to say, for any of you which are new to the game, there is a shader bundle in the archive selling for 1000 glimmer. It is a really good bundle, giving you a bunch of year 1 shaders. The best of these shaders I'd recommend will probably be Golden Trace or Metro Shift if you want a dark look. So yeah, they are pretty much all the alternatives I wanted to show on the set. I'm now going to go over the other pieces I used here. So the holstered weapon is the messenger. I just wanted to use something that looked really nice in a gold look, and that's pretty much why I chose it here. Now this is different from my Sunshot, as I did really want to pair this in the set. I wish Bungie had a way of showing the secondary as a holstered weapon. Maybe we could, like, in the future toggle what weapon we want to preview. That would be a really nice addition. But as you can see, I chose the Sunshot with the Quark Star. Now you can see why I chose this. Matches very well the set. And then moving on to my Ghost Shell. So I chose the Solar Shell to match with, like, obviously the solar look I was trying to get. Now something I found to be really cool with this Ghost Shell is when you pair it with Horizon's Blush, it gives a burning up sort of look to show it's somewhat like sort of melting. And I think that's really cool. Unfortunately, the shader is no longer obtainable. Then as for the Sparrow, I chose the Golden Pride. Again with Omnichronia, it doesn't look that bad at all. It's pretty much my favourite Titan Sparrow. It's quite bulky and it does match with my Titan set quite well. A better one would be the SV112 Predator because of the fire. But honestly, I don't like how small it looks compared to my Titan. I do want something quite large to use. Hence why I used the Golden Pride over this. But yeah, that's pretty much my entire set. If you did like the set, then please drop a like on the video and consider subscribing to the channel. And if you haven't already, please go and follow me on Instagram. I've been posting it daily. And also join the Discord server. We have over 4,000 members. This is also a great place where you can show off your fashion and also get some great fashion advice. Now my next build for the Titan will be around Stasis. I'm thinking of doing an Icefall Mantle set. I don't know at the moment, but just let me know what you really want to see. And yeah, I just want to say thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next video.